Today, we're talking about CPU and power supply. Brain and power. Or should I say, brain power. What is up, MISFIT Mafia? It's your boy Grizzly. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a brand new video. So this is part 3 of our gaming build series, and as you can see right in front of me here, we've got our CPU over here and we have our PSU or power supply unit over here. This is easily one of the biggest steps in any PC build, which is when you finally buy yourself the CPU, the central processing unit, and when you have your main power supply unit that will be powering up all of your components inside your PC. As you can see behind me here, we've got ourselves the case from last episode. If you guys have been following my social, you would also know that recently I've made a huge purchase of all of the remaining parts, and you know what that means. New parts means new video. So do stick around, click that subscribe button, click that bell, join our notification squad if you want to be notified of future videos, and follow my socials for any updates on future videos that are coming your way. Enough talking, let's get into today's episode. Let's start with our power supply unit. I'll put this bad boy aside first, and let's start with this one. Alright, so as you can see right in front of me here, we've got Cooler Master's 650 watt 80 plus gold rated fully modular power supply unit. As you can see, the plastic is still on there. In the last video regarding the fans, I've unboxed them prior to shooting the video because I wanted to check the components, but since this came out fully wrapped, so this has not been opened, so I thought, as you know, something nice, I would open this up with you guys on camera right now. And I don't have my knife with me, so I'll be back. Alright guys, I got my knife here. Let's open this bad boy up. Alright, so before I open this, let's just address the packaging first. First of all, it's really nice. It is quite heavy, of course, it's the power supply unit. So I'll pull up a different listing, but the price tag on this is exactly the same as when I bought mine. 650 watts, fully modular, 80 plus gold PSU with 5 years of warranty. The reason that I chose to go for a fully modular system is just mainly for the ease of wire management. Cable management can be a pain in the butt. So of course, a modular power supply unit allows you to pick and choose which cables you need, which cables you don't need, and of course it reduces wire clutter. On the back here, it gives you a diagram of what cables are inside. So it has here the ATX 24 pin, EPS pin, 4+4 pin, PCIe pin, SATA cables, there's 2 of them, peripheral cables, and a peripheral plus FDD. Fan curve, the loading to fan speed to noise. The higher the loading, the higher the fan speed, and of course the higher the noise. So this seems to max out at around 37 decibels, which is quite okay actually. And the fan speed goes up to around 2400 RPM. And it even has the efficiency curve over here, which is of course efficiency overloading, and it seems that it is most effective at around 40 to 50% usage. Right, let's open her up. User guide, power cable, a whole bag of cables, mounting screws, power supply unit. So everything seems rather straightforward inside this. Now regarding power supply units, of course, the higher the wattage, it means that you can have more power demanding components inside your CPU, and basically it won't bottleneck and you wouldn't have any problems of power shortages within your PC. Of course, with that being said, the type of PSU that you should be getting is of course in relation to how much power your entire PC will require. So as for my build, 650 watts is a boundary of overkill. It's actually quite substantial. I think all of my parts will only use around 400 to 500 watts. So I'm taking 650, which is quite high. The higher you go, the more expensive it is. That's about it actually for PSU. It's quite easy, quite straightforward. So I'm going to keep all of this. Let's move on to the star of the show, CPU. Again, this has not been opened. It's still sealed. I didn't buy this on Lazada actually. So there's also another website that I bought my parts from, which is called Shopee. Again, for local viewers, I'll leave a link in the description below. You can check them out. I didn't purchase a CPU cooler, and that's because, of course, for those who are new, you may not know this. I didn't know this myself. I was actually looking for CPU coolers. I was quite torn between buying AIOs or just air-cooled. Little did I know that this big box doesn't just hold the CPU. Actually, the CPU is right here. So you can see it. It's right there. We will focus. There you go. So that's the CPU. That's it. This will power your whole computer. This is the brain of the computer. It's really small. So why the big box? There's a cooler inside. Duh. But I didn't know. So for those of you who are like me, you're dumb, you didn't know that there was a cooler inside here, there is. So again, let's open it up. Now of course, this is my Ryzen 5 3600, a 3.6 GHz base, 4.2 GHz at max boost, 4 cores, 12 threads. I actually don't know much about PC language, so how I chose this was basically based off forums, and of course back to episode 1 from Aftershocks recommended part list. This was how I came to the conclusion of buying a Ryzen 5 3600. The box itself is really nice. The logo is it's like embedded onto it. It's a really nice feel. It just looks good. It's really eye-catching. And if you didn't know, it states here right on the box. This box includes an AMD Ryzen processor, high-performance AMD Wrath thermal solution, and installation instructions. Right, and on the back here, this is a Zen 2 architecture AMD socket AM4. Right, includes Ryzen processor installation instructions, a 3-year limited warranty, premium cooler designed for use in a desktop PC. So let's pop her open. Oh. Installation instructions, Ryzen 5 sticker, a box, CPU cooler. This already has thermal paste applied onto it. Place back with caution so as to not ruin thermal paste. CPU. Don't bend those chips. Why the Ryzen 5? As I said earlier, how I chose this processor was through Aftershocks recommended part list and reading up on a lot of forums. I'm actually in a Telegram group of PC enthusiasts, and I do ask them for clarifications or any recommendations on parts that they may recommend, or ask them for what would be a affordable baseline for certain components. It does help to read up on forums, but it also helps to be in an active group to be able to ask questions and have clarification almost instantly. The current listing now is at $269. I bought it with a little discount code, so it was $263 for me. It's just a small difference. So the listing is still here. I'll leave a link in the description below for the CPU, the PSU over here, and I'll leave a link to both Lazada and Shopee's website. Check them out for yourselves. If you are a local viewer, you want to buy these components, these were some of the cheapest that I could find from both of these websites. Of course, you can also go to PC building centers For those of you who are in Singapore, I would recommend, of course, going to Sim Lim Square, and you can just spend hours in Sim Lim Square and just look for your parts. And this brings us to the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed this video, do leave a like, it really helps me out. Share this video with someone else. If you enjoyed the video, click that subscribe button and click that bell. Join our notification squad to be notified of future updates and to not miss a single video. So now it's just a few more videos on other parts, and finally it would be the PC build itself, so do stick around for that. If you have any suggestions for future videos or you have any future video ideas, do leave a comment in the comment section below. I'll definitely read through all of them, and until then, I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.